Hey there, geeks and freaks. Welcome back to Let's Get Critical, an actual play D&D podcast. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. Previously on The Static Between Worlds. Determined some answers, the teens went to the roller rink to meet the man in the hazmat suit, Mr. Vander. They found him in an unorthodox disguise. There he spoke of potentially reconnect the magic and a machine that might literally be tearing reality apart. But before they could learn more, the animatronics attacked. After slaying the unruly mechanical DJs, Agents Kipler and Torque arrived and took Mr. Vander into custody, bound for a psych ward. Welcome back, guys. We are going to pick up at a local diner that's nearby the roller rink as Uncle Bernard ushers you out of the roller rink and pushes you in the direction of the main street. As you walk up, it's an old-timey kind of 1950s futurism style diner with a checkered white and red look all throughout it. As you walk in, there's a little halfling you see on roller skates. She rolls up and says, "What can I get you, Hans?"
I'll have a strawberry milkshake.
Oh, good choice, dear. And she's gonna scoot off, and she'll kind of like tap some spots at the bar, the main bar area with big puff stools, also in that same red color. The irony of this entire kind of retro thing that the owner thought was so cool is it's called the Blue Plate Diner, but everything inside the restaurant is apparently red. So yeah. You all are ushered over, and it was a tough fight. Y'all barely made it through. But now that we are here in this diner, you have the backpack with the device. You have the fanny pack that holds several different items. What would you like to do?
Ma'am, can I please have an apple juice? Please.
Of course.
Oh, thank you. That was pretty crazy, right? It's not just me.
That was pretty wild for sure.
I never knew aggressive dust bunnies exist.
We kind of spanked them. That was kind of bitchin'.
I think we got spanked before we spanked them, Jimmy.
Fair point.
Vander got spanked. Did you see how many times he went up and down? It was like playing whack-a-mole.
Oh man, yeah. He definitely has some brain damage there. I don't think that's healthy for anybody.
I think he already had some brain damage before that.
He definitely had something. You're making fair points. I think that it would probably be best if you keep this, and he kind of pushes the teddy bear backpack over to Sienna. If anything happens, you're able to teleport and get the heck out of Dodge. I don't feel good about me holding on to that.
I like that plan.
I mean, you guys, what kind of grown man carries around a teddy bear backpack?
I know, but it looks just right on you. Nobody will question it for a second.
Why? Because I look 10 years old? Why, Jimmy? Why?
I think what my brother meant is that you're cute, so it fits.
And he gets extremely red in the face. Profusely starts sweating.
Oh, Jimmy, you're so sweet.
Okay.
What a turnaround.
The apple juice is taking a long time here. Jimmy starts like adjusting his collar, trying to seem relaxed, but very much isn't.
Madonna's gonna scoot the napkins over towards him.
You see the waitress come scooting back over to your area with the milkshake and the apple juice, hands them. Says, "Now shouldn't you kids be in school?"
Are we getting interrogated for a second time? I'd just like to enjoy my apple juice in peace.
A second time?
We were in an accident yesterday, and so we have today off to try and recuperate. Yes.
The incident at Bam. Oh, that was you! From the papers!
Oh, no, definitely
papers?
not.
She's gonna pull out a paper, and a frontline news. It seems that they have finally decided to come out with what has happened at Vant. You see "Hazard at Vant" across the front and a subtitle that says, "Several teens put in local danger." As you kind of read the article, who's got the paper right now?
Oh, me.
Sandra? Okay, so you read through this paper, and it's
Yeah, it's not telling the truth. You saw a lot of what's happening. You get that there was a quote from some unknown PR representative of Vant that says, there was a brief incident last night at our Vant facility here. All safety protocols were followed by the Vant team, but unfortunately there was a third-party demolition crew for a scheduled demolition that had not followed protocol and put several teams in treacherous and hazardous conditions. We are conducting a full internal investigation. Fortunately, thanks to the swift actions of Vant, only 2 Vant employees were involved with very minor injuries. We cannot speak to the third party, however. End quote. And as you look, it seems that a photo was provided to the local paper of the 4 of you getting splashed with mud. And underneath it, it says, kids at hazardous Vant location. Cassandra, Jimmy Everfield, Madonna Everfield, Sienna Canto, all were brought to hospital shortly after the incident occurred.
Oh, no.
I should have recognized you all from the paper. I'm so sorry, dear. It's on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I get a second apple juice?
Roll persuasion check.
Oh, that's more accurate. That's a 3.
It's a 3. She looks at you and goes,
I didn't get a
so
drink
funny.
yet. I'd like an orange juice, please.
She gets you an orange juice and just completely ignores Jimmy altogether.
I'll take an apple juice as well.
One more apple juice is brought out. She leaves the paper there. Again, middle of the day. Most people are working or at school. There's not really anyone in this diner right now. It's just the 4 of you.
Cassandra, can I see that newspaper real quick?
Of course. I fold up and hand it to her.
And she slurps her milkshake.
Yeah.
So it says here, and can I roll an investigation check? I want to see the writer or the reporter of the article. I don't think that is.
Madonna's gonna be attempting to empty out the green bag that she got from the old man. She's gonna put everything on the table.
Okay, so it's 9
Okay.
plus a 4. So what? That's a 12 or 11? No, 13. 13.
With the 13, you can definitely get the name. The author would be on paper. Whether you would actually know this person is something else entirely.
Mm-hmm.
This is for the Daily Falls, the local paper. But it does have a name of Garble's broomstick.
Okay.
Yeah, let's write that one down. Garble's. Garble's broomstick.
Oh, oddly familiar.
Brooms?
It's not my best work, okay? I was on the spot.
I think it's excellent. It'd be a perfect name for a goblin.
It's 100% a goblin.
You guys, I think this is the funniest name I've ever seen. Look, and I'm just gonna hand it over to Madonna.
Yeah, that's all you're able to get. You just know that this is at the Daily Falls. That's his name. And I'm sorry, what was it that you were unpacking everything from this? So there are 2 vials. You can kind of ascertain what the vials of Alchemist Fire did, because you saw it in action. He threw it and then it erupted in flames. There's one vial. It's a much smaller vial, and it's just this glowing red kind of consistency to it. And again, the key that he had dropped in, if you do want to do some sort of investigation check on the key itself, feel free.
Jimmy definitely wants to get a closer look at that.
Madonna's gonna be eyeballing it.
I would like to investigate as well. Yes.
Madonna got 15.
That's 14.
I'm gonna investigate this as well as I peep over the counter that, like, literally is barely covering half my face.
You know there's seats right here. We're in a booth. You don't have to stand.
Yes, but getting down is scary. It's a scary idea to me, Jimmy, okay?
Oh.
We're so hot and cold with each other.
Madonna's gonna put, like, her guitar case, like, on the floor next to the seat so you can use it as stairs.
I got a 12.
12, okay.
19.
19? Okay. Everyone with their roles would be able to tell the name. There's a little keychain attached to this key. And it says Pop and Lock Storage Unit. Pop and Lock Storage Units on it.
Oh, I love it.
And with a 19, you looked at it very close. It's kind of been scraped off a little bit, Cassandra, but you can kind of make out the actual number. It shows the storage number 411. Storage number 411. So you were able to make that out. Other than that, it appears to just be a perfectly normal storage.
Jimmy, rolling before and seeing if he knew anything, town-wise, would he know where Pop and Lock would be? Or...
Yeah, that's on Main Street.
I definitely think we should go check that out. I think that seems like the best move. This guy was definitely trying to point us in a direction.
I agree we should investigate this, but I do think that we should perhaps rest a little longer here. I'd like to see if I can do something with those vials we received. And I'll take because we had 2 alchemist fire and then 2 red vials that we don't know what they do.
1 red vial, but yes.
Oh, 1 red vial. Sorry, I wrote that down wrong. So I'd like to take that 1 vial, and I want to set it before me and then take the book out and open it up and go, just give me a few moments. I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves. And then I will ritually cast Identify.
We ritually cast Identify. Is this the first time you've used the spell?
Yes.
So we hit that 10-minute mark and you've opened up your book.
Just for fun, I think, because it says you touch an object throughout the spell's casting. So I think I'm just going to hold on to it above my book, and then as I hold it above the book, the words on the page for the Identify spell rearrange themselves into a little array, and then glow just a little bit as it casts, so we just have a little flavor.
Yeah, so you do all of this. You see her kind of glowing a little bit. You see that the diner, waitress is kind of eyeing you a little bit, but doesn't seem to want to interrupt whatever's happening because there's nothing too obvious that she can tell. It's just a book. That doesn't seem too harmless. Liquid's glowing a little bit, but maybe it's a lava lamp. You kind of see that third eye reawaken as the book starts to scribble, and as that third eye reawakens, you find yourself surrounded by white light with a figure you've seen once before. In your vision, when you first got your powers, as he looks to you, his arms crossed behind his back, you can see his features for the first time now, up close. He's kind of a heavier set guy, very, very hairy, in thick robes, and he's got thick beard, looks like a very tall dwarf. Looks at you and he says, "Ah, Cassandra, I have been waiting. Although I didn't expect that you would need my help this early. Come, let's see it. What do you need?" And you'll find, in the moment that he asks this question, the item that you were inquiring about is in your hands. He takes it from you and kind of swirls it around. Yes. Well, this is a rather simple one, although I suppose you wouldn't know it. This is a simple potion of healing, much more common in my time than I'm sure in yours. So many things I wish I could tell you, but that's not how this enchantment works. Should be safe, but save it for when you need it. Also, just a little hint, maybe show it to your friend there, the short one with the glasses. Something tells me he may know how to remake that. And as quickly as it came, before you can get a word out, he disappears and you're back in the diner.
And then, and then I look around to see everybody else there as I kind of come out of this little fade. And I'm like,
are we all staring at her in terror?
As far as anyone's concerned, there's a slight glow coming from this vial, and she just had a daydream.
Yeah. She was in a trance. That's what we saw.
Eyes kind of flashed white for a second, just full on gone.
Whoa, man! Did you happen to get brain damage as well from all the wax from those animatronics? Looks like you're kind of out of it there, buddy.
Jury's still out, but no. I've investigated this, and trying to think of a way to say, the man in the book told me to give this to you without saying those words. I just kind of hover over and go, this is a potion of healing. I think we should save it until we are in dire need. But something tells me if you studied it, perhaps you can find a way to make more. And I will hand it to Jimmy.
I'll take it to my chemistry class. Now I'm positive I'll be able to figure it out.
So Madonna's eyeing the fire on the table as she can kind of see the shimmering in the bottles. She's got a glint in her eye. She's gonna reach over. She's gonna grab them, put them back in the bag, wrap the fanny pack around her waist.
Did you not want me to identify those as well?
I mean, I think it was pretty, obvious that these explode. So I'm hyped to use them in battle.
Can I say while all this is going down, conversating's happening, while she's kind of in trance, I was ritually casting Find Familiar, just learning it, had no idea what I was doing, just trying to sit there and focus on myself, and then out of nowhere, a small ghostly owl appears on the table, probably about 6 inches tall, but just massive eyes. Half of the owl's body is just eyes. And quickly as it appears, Jimmy immediately, oh God! And then he makes it disappear into a pocket dimension seconds after.
Go ahead and roll a deception check.
That is... That's an 11.
So the waitress rolled a nat 1. She is currently tapping her foot. She's over actually by the jukebox. Her face is just smushed against it as she's trying to figure out what the next song's going on, and has not been paying attention to you at all.
Jimmy is profusely sweating.
Did any of the rest of us notice?
If y'all can, it was right in front of you. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. I think with passive insight or perception for most of you, you probably pick that up.
So since Madonna has the fanny pack now, and the fanny pack was inside of the teddy bear backpack, do I just have a new backpack?
No, so you have a backpack. You still have the machine in that backpack. So the machine that can tell if there's any type of magical distortion happening, you have that ability in your backpack. It will prompt you or alert you essentially.
Is it a handheld machine? Is it what does it look like?
It's the whole backpack. Like the backpack is the machine. The reader is actually in the arm. Mechanically, this is kind of a homebrewed version of a warning device. So essentially, you cannot be surprised while you have this device with you. Did I hear someone mention you wanted to take a short rest?
Hey guys, I'm Beth and I play Madonna. Thanks for listening to Let's Get Critical. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to follow and leave a review. It really helps us out. We love hearing from you as well. Now let's get back to the static between worlds.
We are back from a short rest, and now that we're back, are we all wanting to leave the diner?
I think it's best that we do, guys. We should lay low for a little bit and then recuperate and probably meet up at Pop and Lock, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, I say we go to that storage unit. Now that we're all rested up, I say we book it straight there. Madonna, we got plenty of gas?
It's right down the street from where you're at.
Then let's roll. And Jimmy pops up the collar on his polo.
Y'all are now officially outside if there's anything you'd like to do on the way.
While we're on our way, I would like to ritually cast Find Familiar as well.
Okay. Perfect. So you ritually cast that. It's not a terrible walk. I'll say that by the time you're there, about half the casting time's over. So when you're in the store, if you wait a few minutes, you can get your familiar. What would that look like? This is the first time you've done that.
Seeing the results of what Jimmy did, I am trying to be a little more subtle about it than a sudden little, but it is a tiny little lizard.
Oh, snap.
Aww.
Yeah, I wanted to get me one like that too, or a little owl. I need to find a ghostly one though.
For our podcast listeners, Cassandra, i.e. Sarah, has pulled out a little statue of a little gecko lizard.
A gecko lizard!
Yeah, so a little lizard comes up and just is up on your shoulder as you walk into this Pop and Lock storage unit. There's a little front desk area before you actually get to there's safety deposit boxes and there's storage units. And you see there's this little gnome guy. He's yo.
Hello?
Hey, hello.
What's up? What's going on? We're just trying to get our storage unit, not trying to really have a conversation.
Yeah. Cool. What's up with you?
All right. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He'll just kind of point to the door in the back where you can walk through, and you walk down this long hallway with this pale overhead light kind of flickering as you go past these different storage units, and you see there's some lockers. You notice that the storage units are actually 4-digit codes, so best guess with y'all's passive investigation is this is probably some sort of security box. And sure enough, when you get there, you see the numbers, and lo and behold, there's one right in the center of this large wall of these kind of safety deposit boxes, one that's labeled 411.
1 sec, and Jimmy's gonna focus and then snap his fingers. His owl's gonna reappear perched on one of his horns. Oh man, that's just as cool as I thought it was gonna be. And Jimmy's gonna point and send the owl off to fly up and just kind of look around, make sure that there's no hazards around before we check this box.
Can I also take a little look around? And I'm specifically looking for, are there any security cameras around here watching this specific spot?
Good point. Give me, you're using your familiar for this?
No, I'm not using my familiar for this, mostly because I'm looking at the stats now. I chose the little lizard because it was cute and I had the figure.
He can help you.
Oh,
So
he
if
can.
If you want him to give you the help action, you can do this at advantage.
I gotta think of a
He
good name for
scurries
him.
around the walls, looking all around for you as you kind of get into your mind's eye again, and you're able to commune with this little lizard, tell him what you're looking for.
Okay, I'll just do general perception then. I'll same thing. I'll help action my little buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for you because you're having him perch for lookouts, like in the hallways. Okay, yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna be looking out for like anybody coming across.
Yes.
And I'm gonna
Yeah,
love that.
Funny. Go ahead and give me those perception check rolls.
Mine's 15.
15.
That is going to be 17.
17. Okay. 15 is exactly what you needed. There is a security camera. It is on the far end of the hallway. So y'all are kind of in this middle hallway, about 200 feet from the door you came in. It's a long hallway a little bit further down, and you don't imagine that would probably be able to get a very clean look of you, but it is pointing in your direction currently.
Okay, then I am going to tell my little buddy. How big is it? Is it big enough that his little body could block the sensor?
Totally.
Oh, I'm gonna tell him to go up and then, as a cute little lizard, just look at the thing and then move over and then just bodily just sit in front of the eye line of the camera, just like on the camera, just chilling.
I'm gonna editorialize here. I don't know if this is common in D&D for a moment that y'all can't actually see. Back at the front office, that little gnome is looking at his little camera, and he sees this gecko face appear in the middle of it. Goes and just goes back to a magazine that he's reading. But we're back here. In terms of Jimmy, you got a 17 on your perception. There's no one currently coming down the hall, but if you want to set it up to where your owl is doing a lookout, I'm going to say that you're going to have to probably pick an entry point, because there's multiple entry points that have to be.
Okay. I would say just monitor like the alley that the box is on. So just kind of like peek back and forth down each way to see, as soon as somebody hits the alley, I'm notified mentally by it.
Excellent. Okay. Perfect. That's all set up for you. What would you like to do now?
Madonna wants to have been eyeballing the boxes. She wants to make sure there's no, scratches or anything weird going on with the boxes before we approach it.
Go for it.
Sienna wants to run out of the room, back down that hall, and kind of keep the gnome distracted, so that way what they're doing goes off without a hitch.
Yes.
So...
Yo!
Hi! It's so nice to see another person below 3 feet around here, am I right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about my friend, he was so insensitive. He's just a little, stereotypical towards short people, so...
Well, you come across that a lot in pop and lock industry.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Do you have an application? Would you mind, if I put you down as a reference?
Roll a persuasion check.
She's about to get a job right here, right now.
Watch us make best friends with this gnome.
11 plus a 4, so that's 16.
16.
Dang, that's pretty good.
You see, he scurries.
Nobody has ever applied before.
Scurries over to a corner.
So your name goes, and meh, and then what
He
else?
puts on a vest that he hasn't been putting on that says assistant manager, and goes, I'm the ass man. Sorry, I'm the. We didn't have the money for the full name. That's why I don't like wearing that. Wait, do you want to be interviewed right now?
Do you have like an interview room? I also have to I have to run something by you first. You know, the reason I came into Pop and Lock, you see, I have this key and I outlined it on my paper because, you know, I can't find the key anymore. Wow, they have the key. Is there any chance we could look up, is there a serial number or anything on the key like normal keys are, to where we could possibly look it up in the system?
Yeah.
Okay. So
You see, he pulls up his big ledger, paper ledger, and kind of just slams it on the table and starts going through. There's like 3,000 units, and starts going through. One, no, two. No. And we're gonna cut back to what did Madonna get on her investigation?
She got a 10, so
It looks like normal storage unit.
looks solid to me. She kicks the corner of it.
It just rumbles a little bit.
Seems safe. No.
And to be another ritual bitch over here, I would like to, now that we're set up, I'm going to say, investigate how you like. I'm going to set something up first, and I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay, that does take another 10 minutes.
It takes 10 minutes. So I'll let you guys know. I'm going to be, it's going to take me about 10 minutes, and I'm flipping through the book, and I find the page a little bit quicker this time.
I got more distraction under my sleeve, so just let me know.
So, kind of paint me a picture here. So, this is just like a small like PO box, basically, or is this like full-fledged storage unit?
It's more like a PO box. This is for a private company, so it's not an actual PO box, you know. But these are just little tiny lockers for people that don't need like a full storage unit. That's why there's an entire wall of them as you go down, with hundreds of them here. So there's that, and then if you go around the corner where the security camera was, there you see all the bigger, storage units that you kind of passed on the way in.
Okay, then can I retcon that as not doing Detect Magic anymore? Because I thought it was a full room. I'm sorry, I thought it was
No, you are just in a hallway right now.
So, Jimmy's gonna take the key in the lock, turn the key, hopefully open the box.
You put the key inside the box.
Oh, no.
Turn the key, and here inside the little, as it opens up,
Jimmy jumps a little bit when it clicks.
and you see an empty storage box. But in the very back of the storage box, there is a kind of like keypad with 10 digits for you to enter in a code of sorts. And right above the keypad, you see this. I did not have time to give this a more glamorous look, but you see this written above. For the audience members, it is 4 lines of letters. The top line is SEVE. Second line was NETN. The third line was OOWE. And the last line was THGI.
No.
Y'all have to use brain power this episode.
So Sienna is just gonna slowly back away as the gnome is distracted. And she's gonna run back down the hall and peek in. You guys gotta figure it out yet, because I'm running out of ideas here. I can only be so charming.
We're working through some stuff right now, but no.
Doing a word puzzle?
A 90, 91, no. 290,
Still going
92,
through.
no, that's not it. If y'all are struggling, we can potentially do some sort of investigation check, and I will try to give you a hint. If y'all want to try to figure it out without that, let me know.
Hey, I'm playing a smart character. I'm not a smart person.
Yeah, Jimmy is way smarter than John is.
Yeah, everyone can roll investigation.
That was not good. 7.
Madonna only got 9.
Wasn't that 20?
I got an 18.
An 18. Very nice, Sean.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Yeah, You try to like think of something to help, and all you can think of is your dad trying to teach you football in the backyard. He says, the thing is, son, you need to think of a perfect spiral. And he throws in, it hits you right in the face. That's the only memory that's coming to mind right now.
Madonna was trying to seem nonchalant, but she can't really see the letters because she's only giving it a side eye while her arms are crossed. She's leaning against things. She's trying to do it without looking. She kind of sees a 7, maybe a 1, maybe a 2. Yep. I mean, that's definitely a word puzzle.
Yeah, what did you roll?
A 9.
A 9? A memory also comes to Madonna as she looks in from a kitchen window to the backyard and sees her father throw a football right at Jimmy's face. Sienna has dreamed of the chance to do anything adventure and loves to solve puzzles in the local paper and knows that these types of puzzles typically require some sort of pattern to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
With a nat 20, almost freaking ruining this little game I put together. Cassandra knows that oftentimes the best solutions are one you find in nature. And while you think very hard, you think of a certain shape very common in nature, the spiral.
Okay. So I think Cassandra maybe gets stuck for a second thinking spiral, Fibonacci spiral, and her brain goes off on like numbers of the 1, 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, and uses the whole like Fibonacci sequence for a few numbers before she goes, no, that's not what this is. That's not what this is. And just kind of her finger trailing it as she almost like a mind of its own, just kind of like her fingers are putting it in a second before she's saying it out loud. Click 7, click 8, 1, 2.
The little pad makes a little 8-bit sounds, and then next to the locker you hear as what you thought was several other lockers form a full doorway that you can walk into.
Oh, snap. Good job.
You guys think our gnome friend knows about this?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no, but I think we should probably hurry it up. And Jimmy immediately goes up to the door and attempts to yank on it.
You open this door, and it's almost like a little bit of a broom closet. It's not massive in size, but there are a few items within this room. The first item that you see is just a rod. You see some sort of rod in this room, but you see a few other things here as well. There are some notes up on the wall. As you look over it with y'all's passive investigation, you see it seems like Mr. Vander himself has been trying to piece together some of the puzzles as he has methodically sketched off or scribbled off different banks and a few other storage units. You can probably assume at this point as potentially other places that he may have hidden something. As you look in, there's a small table though, and on that table, you see a small alchemist kit of sorts, and a walkie-talkie. Rather large-looking, bizarre-looking walkie-talkie. You've never seen this brand. You had to guess it's probably homemade. Just sitting on this little table. And as Jimmy walks in, even as you walk in, you hear Space Ranger, Static Man.
Oh, man. Hey, guys, I think there's somebody trying to communicate with us. You think we should answer? Maybe we have to go outside, get a better signal.
Yeah, you two go outside. Madonna and I will loot the place.
Come on, Jimmy!
We will quickly run behind.
Okay, the two of you run outside. You run past the gnome as he's... I found the application. as you run out the door. And back in the room, like I said, there are a few notes up on the wall with the names crossed out, if you'd like to take that.
Yes.
A rod, and an alchemist kit.
Well, Madonna is very proud of Cass for being down to loot everything in here, so she's gonna kind of like tap a fist on her shoulder, and then she's gonna grab the rod, try to spin it around as she's walking, looking at the walls, trying to see if there's anything, interesting. Does the rod do anything when she's like spinning it?
Nothing happens when you spin it, but you do start to hear a as
Sick.
you do so. You're going through things.
Yeah, I'm gonna look through and I'm gonna see because the items have been clearly kind of stated. We'll see those. We'll put those in the bag and everything. I want to look for any. I know you said there were some notes for things that he crossed off. Are there any other notes or papers or even books or things in this space?
Give me an investigation check.
How big is the alchemist kit? Could I potentially break it into pieces and put it in the bag of holding?
Yeah, it all fit in that bag of holding. So the bag of holding, by nature, is a pocket dimension. So when you present something to it, it will allow it to fit, even though in nature it wouldn't typically fit in.
Let's go. I was just thinking it's such a tiny fanny pack, but that's awesome.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You see one book. It's just a fairy tale book for kids, and it's the front cover has got a fluffy white bunny rabbit on it. You flip open the cover though, and you realize he may not be as crazy as you thought he was, because you have found a secret burnout stash. You find $200 inside this bag. And it looks like some sort of dried ration, a couple dried rations of food in there as well. That is everything that you find inside of this storage unit, though.
Okay, $200 and then rations. Got you. Okay, I think we probably looted this place dry.
I think you're right. I don't know what to do with this stick. And she's gonna offer it to Cassandra.
And we'll leave.
Makes a really cool noise when you spin it.
Okay, I try to spin it real quick.
Would you turn an explosion from inside the unit?
What would her mindset be as she's trying to spin this?
I think it's really more of an impulse to just kind of. It makes noise when you spin. Okay, I'll spin it. But I think this is kind of maybe her first time one-on-one hanging out with Madonna a little bit. And even though I think she can see a little bit through some of Madonna's, just a little bit through, because she's a person who wears masks. She understands a mask of indifference, But she also does kind of think Madonna's pretty cool, so she's trying to be a little impressive and trying to do a little something to try and bond a little bit. I think she's just
What's
thinking
your passive perception?
Passive perception is 12.
12? When you spin it, you feel a button on it.
Ooh. Okay, so at the end of the little flourish, I don't know how actually good the flourish is, it might be wonky. She'll click the button at the end.
Immediately becomes rigid in midair, and you're completely unable to move it.
Got an immovable rod, boys.
I let it go.
It stays.
That is the coolest thing I've ever seen, Cassandra. How the hell did you do that?
Please add an immovable rod to your inventory list.
Oh my god.
Are we all leaving at this point?
You said Jimmy and I were already headed outside of the pop and
You
lock.
are outside. The two of you are starting to meet them as you run by the gnome 2. 744. No.
Oh, I thought you said that he was coming out to meet us, he found it.
No,
Okay.
he was waving at us as we ran by
He
him.
waved an application at Sienna as she passed. You all are outside now, and even though you're outside and you aren't surrounded by metal and walls, you try to hear it, and it's still and just static.
Is there an alleyway on the side of Pop and Lock where there's a little fire escape we could climb up to possibly try to get better?
Can I also see if there's any way that I can try and rig this up or make a better antenna to try and get a better signal?
The answer is yes, but I'm gonna let you roll just a straight intelligence check for me.
Okay. That is a 13.
You don't have the ability to just fix this. There's a lot of weird stuff about this radio, or this walkie-talkie, that you haven't really seen before. Luckily for Jimmy, he happens to be best friends with the president of the AV club at the local high school.
Oh my god, I completely forgot. Max would know exactly how to fix this, guys.
Well, should we try to contact the person first, you guys, or should we go take it to Max?
I'm telling you, Max
torn.
can get us straight in touch with him. Clear as day. Max is a professional.
But that also involves another person.
Max could be our man in the chair. Everybody's got to have one.
You do need a guy in the chair.
I can tell you right now, this guy doesn't have any friends, so there's no one for him to tell.
Okay.
All right, so just to clarify, you haven't been at school all day. Do you want to try to go to school? Do you want to try to get a long rest in and meet up with Max tomorrow morning?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah, I agree.
We don't know how long this person was trying to get in contact with the static man. I hate saying that out loud. It sounds so stupid, but I'd rather say it than his real name when he's not here. So he'll probably wait until morning at least.
Okay.
Before we leave,
Uh-huh.
it might be insignificant, it might not be, but can I run back inside because Sienna's not too much of a jerk? Be like, hey, so you were waving the invoice at me for the P.O. box. Can I have that?
Invoice for... We never found the... I got an application.
Yeah, but... God.
Job application.
Well, it seems they want to hire me at the local diner, so it looks like I can't work here. Anyways, have a good day.
Damn it, Miss Wheeler wins. Yeah. And he just goes back. And as you see this happening, you just see a little lizard as it scurries through and goes outside with you.
Lands back on the horn.
The gnome didn't even notice. He's just he goes and hangs his vest back up.
Pours himself a stiff glass of scotch. I feel bad for him now.
All right. So one last question before we take this long rest. Would everyone be going to their own homes, or are y'all sticking together and going to try to talk your way into being in one house again?
I feel like Sienna is kind of still worried about the situation going on at her aunt's house. So I want to go back to her aunt's house.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I think it's catching up to Cassandra too, all the excitement, and it'd be nice to get a few hours alone before her uncle gets home. So I think she's wanting to go separate ways for now and let all of that process.
Okay. That just leaves the Everfield kids. Y'all are going to go back house too. We're going to do this one at a time. I will start with Sienna. You get back to the tea shop. And we were starting to late in the day. Madonna has to go ahead and drive everyone back at this point. You get to the tea shop, and you stick your head in. The tea shop was never open the entire day. You can still hear that. It appears that whatever had happened earlier had completely knocked your aunt out. She is still sound asleep in her bed. As you kind of clamber up to your little attic space in this giant tea shop and just kind of take in everything again, the surroundings, take a deep breath. And I'm going to need you to roll another perception check for me. At advantage.
I know, it almost landed on one. Okay, that's better. Okay, so 14.
Every year, since as long as you can remember, your mother and father were a little bit of a dynamic duo. Your father loved to wake you up to the sound of piano as he composed different pieces, and your mother played various instruments as she was the one that was truly writing it all. And each year on your birthday, your father, very good with his hands, very smart individual, had figured out how to make music boxes and would make you an ornate music box with a song composed from your mother. Each year on your birthday, the boxes got a little nicer as his skill improved, and the materials he used became more precious on your 15th birthday, you even got one that had silver. As you go up to it and play that slow melody. You look, though, on your bookshelf, where there should be 15 music boxes. 16, actually, I believe. Is Sienna 16? 16 music boxes. And a 17th unopened gift box. When you look at your bookshelf, your 17th birthday gift that you have not yet opened is missing.
Okay, there's no way I misplaced this. Where is it? Where is it? And she's just ripping through her belongings, trying to find it. I couldn't have missed it. I mean, the ribbon's so bright. There's no way I would have thrown it away. And so she's panicking. Can she run up to Aunt Celeste's room, like where she's at, and wake her up in panic? Aunt Celeste, wake up, wake up! I'm missing.
God!
I'm sorry to frighten you. It's just I'm missing my 17th birthday gift, and you know how much that means to me.
Is heaven or hell? Did I make it?
My God. She's gonna help you look. If you want to give me an investigation check, I'm hesitant to give you advantage because she's got cataracts, but I'm gonna go ahead and say give me an investigation check at advantage as your aunt is doing her best to help you find.
Thank you for giving me advantage. Okay, that's not better. All right. So investigation 9 plus 4, that'd be 13.
We need to spruce this
I
up. Your
believe
list is
13.
not
Yep.
done.
You've been up in this attic a long time. Sienna has a lot of things, but probably not quite as clean and organized as Jimmy. And there is a little bit of dust and stuff around. You aren't able to really tell the size or the shape, but you do recognize a pair of prints in the dust of feet that are much too big to be yours.
Aunt Celeste, when I left earlier, did you have company?
I don't know, dear. I told you there was a very strange house call earlier today, and then there was the bunny man, and he asked me things I haven't thought of in years, but that's all I can remember.
Aunt Celeste, you really need to lay off that imported tea. And in frustration, she's going to run over to her desk area. She's going to open the top drawer. She's going to take out a tape measure. And can she investigate how big the foot is?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be tricky. It's much bigger than yours. That's all you're gonna be able to really ascertain. You're not gonna be able to tell an exact size per se with a 13, or even maybe species. Just that it is not you and it's not your aunt. Someone was definitely in your room.
Well, it looks like we had an unexpected visitor, and I doubt it was the bunny man. And you know what, Aunt Celeste, where I gotta make a phone call. Just go back to sleep. So in her frustration, she's just gonna run downstairs, pick up the phone. She's gonna call the Everfields.
A phone call hits the house phone of the Everfield house.
Madonna has made it a habit to be too cool to pick up the phone.
What's up, Big Jimmy?
Jimmy!
What
Jimmy!
to do?
Have you by chance seen a gift box wrapped in the most beautiful ribbon? When we were here earlier, did you see it when we were here earlier in my room, in the house, anywhere?
Oh, I definitely didn't. I think I was kind of focused on the ghost guys trying to kill us.
You make a
No.
good point.
Didn't see anything like that. Here, I'll be right back. I'll go ask Madonna. And then you just hear him.
What do you want, Jimmy?
Hey, we're looking for like a box. Apparently it's got some really like frilly ribbon on it. Sienna's calling right now, says that she's looking for it. Do you know anything about it?
Donna's gonna like open her door and like lean over the side. I have not seen a box. Stop touching my door, Jimmy.
Okay. Cool talking to you. See ya. Jimmy runs back downstairs. Yeah, she knows nothing. Sorry.
Jimmy, I swear to you, I wouldn't have misplaced it, and all that's left of remnants in this room is a big footprint, and I know none of us have big feet, and I know I don't have big feet, because let's face it, I'm 3 feet tall. Jimmy, I'm panicking here. Do you have any advice for me? Any help?
If somebody broke in?
I'm guessing someone broke in, yeah, while I was gone, and I don't know how Aunt Celeste didn't hear them, but she's talking about a bunny man, and I'm just concerned about where my kid...
Man, that's gnarly. Don't trip. We'll be right over. Jimmy out. And Jimmy hangs up and then runs upstairs.
Jimmy, what do you want?
Hey, Sienna needs us. Somebody broke into her house.
He's gonna sling her guitar over her shoulders and throw open the door, be towing on her sneakers.
Whoa. I think they're both awake out there. It might be better if we... And Jimmy points over towards the window.
I don't know if you can handle that, Jimmy.
I don't know. I've been feeling pretty, bodacious.
So Madonna, with like just movements, she's done this before. She only wasn't using it because Jimmy's here and she knows he's gonna fail this.
She shows him how it works. She like opens the window, does a backflip out of it.
Give me stealth checks, both of you.
Help
Your
me.
owl's not going to help you with stealth.
Jimmy Jr., keep it down. And the owl just like turns its head all the way around to look at me, then looks back forward. That's a...
She got a 17, so I'm hoping she at least didn't.
You know, this is really accurate, actually. So that is a 2, and that'll be actually +2, so 4.
4. And you're trying to sneak out through an open window on the second floor.
That was the plan originally, yes.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Jimmy goes to get out of the window, his shoe catches, and he goes, oh! Oh, that's a nat 20. He slides and then flips and lands on his feet. Whoa!
The feline energy of the large cat has not quite left his body as you see him on all fours, landing back arched, somehow lands on the ground.
He does that thing when cats are falling where he swerves his body around and orientates himself right.
He lands on the ground right in front of Maricel Everfield, who is currently watering some pots outside. Oh, why don't you use the door, hon? There's no need for what? That was like 20 feet. How are you okay?
Have you seen the new James Bond?
James Bond? No.
Oh, it's really cool.
Are you
yeah.
kids going somewhere?
Yeah, we're just going to see a friend. We're probably going to stay over. Her family makes a really good tea, and we're going to enjoy some tea and sleep over. We'll be back, tomorrow after school.
Make a persuasion check.
He finally met a girl, Mom.
At advantage.
Oh. Yo, shush. And Jimmy starts getting red. Oh my gosh. That is a 5 minus, you said persuasion? Advantage. I got a 5 and a 2. That's a 4. That's a 4 persuasion for Jimmy.
Is this little Sienna?
Madonna doesn't ever, show affection at all towards her parents, but she's gonna reach over her mom's shoulders and she's gonna be like, Mom, we have to socialize him. He's never gonna make friends if we don't bring him around other people. We gotta do this, Mom. We gotta let him.
She is like visibly concerned with everything that's been going on, and another phone call from Uncle Bernard regarding you. Hesitancy to let you out. Go ahead and make me a one more persuasion.
Jimmy's just drenched in sweat, full-blown panic attack over there.
It's a 19 plus. It's a 21.
Let's fucking go.
Ricardo Everfield comes out and goes, "Oh, come on, honey, come on."
Wait, you said Ricardo? I didn't know his name was Ricardo.
His full name is Ricardo Everfield.
Ricardo Everfield.
He just goes by Ricky.
Oh yeah, that's what I have written down. Ricky, silly me.
Come on, honey. They're kids, What's the worst that could happen? Has anything ever bad happened from letting your kids roam at night? I don't think so.
We don't talk about them, getting interrogated by police officers and ending up in the hospital.
Yeah, you're definitely right, Dad. You're 100% right. Nothing ever happened.
Your mom apprehensively goes, "Okay, I guess as long as you got to make sure you're on the bus tomorrow. I can't let you be out 2 days in a row when the school year just started."
That's cool as hell, Mom. She's gonna do a little handshake, but her mom doesn't really know how to reciprocate, so she's gonna fist bump up and
her hand's just sitting there getting slapped around.
You see Miss Everfield starts doing this weird wiggle dance. She's like, "Oh, okay, you kids have fun."
Oh, jeez, I see where I get it from.
You both go over to Sienna's house. I am just going to cut here for a moment as we go back to Cassandra. Cassandra, you are dropped off, and at this point, it's about twilight for you. You notice the cop car is still running, just in the driveway, and your uncle appears to just be sitting in the cop car.
I'll walk over to the driver's side and just peek in.
You look at Uncle Bernard, and the first thing as you come around you is the strong smell of liquor and cigarettes coming out of this car. You look and give me a perception check.
All right. Perception check 17.
You notice a lot of the pictures and things that were in boxes in what was a kind of like a green room, but he converted into your bedroom. Had a woman in it you've never met, are kind of laying in his lap, surrounded by various alcohol bottles and cigarette butts in the car. And you notice tears streaming down his face as he's just sitting here and doesn't seem to be aware of your presence yet.
Ooh, Cassandra is very... I think the first thing that hits her is concern for him, because she may not know him very well, but so far he's been very good to her, so it's a shock. But then comes the freeze response of, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what to do here. And the idea of walking inside the house and leaving him here outweighs the awkwardness, I think, to her of knocking on the door and facing whatever this is. But it's a struggle for a moment there to decide which to do. But I think she hesitantly reaches out, and I think for a moment she kind of throws a thought to the book. What do I do in this situation? Hoping for an answer from beyond, and I don't think she gets it. And she reaches out and lightly taps on the window.
He kind of starts and looks up, and he turns the car off as he manually rolls down the window. Sorry, kiddo, I didn't see you there.
No, it's fine.
She was a looker, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. Who was she?
My wife, Evie. She's the reason I'm. She's the reason why I don't talk to your family. Or should I rather say it's the family's fault? Nothing was ever good enough. Not for our family, not for our money. Not except Saint fucking Xander. You know, your mom introduced me to Evie? Your mom wasn't quite the posh. He kind of sobers up a minute. Lady, as he eyes you, that she is now. She used to be a little rebel rouser. Steal a car. We drove as far as we could on a tank of gas. Broke down in the middle of Eldritch Falls. She managed to persuade a girl named Evie to help us push the car to a local gas station and get everything. Had my first date with Evie right here. The Blue Plate. She lived in a trailer park. No money. No prospects. So, what did your grandparents say? No son of mine is going to marry Evie. No son of mine is going to marry trailer park trash. And when I said I loved her, he said, fuck you. Kicked me out at 18, but I didn't care. Be with her. I was going to build a life. I was going to do it, but I didn't expect how good your mother would be at forgetting people. She liked me, she liked Evie, but she loved money. She loved her power and her nice things and her stupid jewelry and her stupid house. Do I hear from her when we get married? No. When we try to have kids, but we can't? No. When the ovarian cancer kicks in and she's on her deathbed and could be treated with money, do I hear from her then? No, not her. Not with
Saint Xander in control of the assets in the trust. Yeah.
You see he starts to burst down and cry as he kind of slumps in his cop car.
I think during that whole thing, Cassandra's mask cracked a little, and I think there were moments of sympathy where she felt sorry for him and wanted to try and console him, and then the anger would come out and she'd freeze and being capable of doing anything and capable of moving. And as he kind of bursts out crying, I think Cassandra is caught between this terrible feeling kind of bundled up in her stomach, in her chest, in her throat of, how dare you talk to about my parents that way? Those are my parents. But now he's crying and he's in pain, and I think she is just legitimately struggling with adult who is full on crying in his car, and I have no idea what to do. And not knowing the path forward has been kind of the path she has been struggling on ever since her world got turned upside down. So just following through on instinct, I think she just reaches out and gently puts a hand on his shoulder. It's very tentative and feather light, but it's there.
He is in full sobs at this point. The only thing you can get is an "I'm sorry." As in that moment, you are perhaps spared a little bit as a figure seems to be approaching a dragonborn figure that you've seen before. You weren't in his class, you don't think. He's a teacher at your school, as Mr. Drunax Anthony, a green dragonborn, comes up. Everything about this man is beige. Everything he wears is beige. He kind of just pulls you to the side and opens up the door and starts to carry your uncle in. Says, there. It's all right, Bernard. We knew this anniversary was coming up. And it appears to be some sort of neighbor as he guides Uncle Bernard in and lays him on the couch. And as he does, he turns back to you and says, "I'm sorry. Cassandra, is it?"
Yes, Mr.
Anthony. I
Anthony.
work for the school.
I think I remember seeing you there yesterday.
I'm sorry about this. I would say it's not how he normally is, but to be honest, since Evie died, let's just say I come over a lot.
Thank you.
Kind of smiles at you, though, and says, "Thank you, though."
Kind of
He
you say.
hasn't had an episode like this since you've been here. And he will beckon you goodnight and just walk out the door. As with all of that emotional weight, is there anything else Cassandra would like to do or say before she goes to her own bedroom?
Uncle Bernard's already been put into his bed, essentially, right?
Kind
Into
of
his
like
room.
on the couch.
Kind of on
but
his
yeah,
couch.
he seems ready to doze off.
There's only a few ways Cassandra knows how to help in a situation kind of similar to this. She's never had her parents come to her for emotional reassurance, but her mother has come home from parties a little tipsy before, so I think she follows her normal routine of locks the door, goes and gets a glass of water from the fridge and sets it down next to him, grabs a blanket and kind of puts it near him for him to use as he sees fit, and just says, "Good night, Uncle Bernard," and then just quietly walks up to her room.
With that note, we go back to Sienna's house, where we currently have the Everfields and Sienna.
You hear just peeling out down the street as Madonna drag races late at night.
Yeah, down there.
Maybe we should slow down. Oh my gosh, you should slow down. Jimmy's like grabbing onto the handle, holding onto the center console for dear life. Oh man, I don't get how our parents are cool with you driving like this. You're gonna destroy this car.
Thank you so much, Madonna. Thank you guys for coming so much. This means so much to me. I didn't know who to call, and just thank you. Please, just come in, come to my humble abode.
Madonna's gonna waltz up, trying to act cool, but she is concerned because, this is one of her few people that she's decided are friends. And she's like, what happened? Are you okay?
Not okay. I had this gift that I was waiting to open for my 17th birthday in my room. My dad, long story short, I don't want to get into it too much, but he used to make me music boxes every year for my birthday, and I haven't even opened this one, and it has bright, beautiful wrapping, and that's all I could tell you. And one minute it was on my desk, and the next minute it's gone, and we've tried to rip this place apart, and even with my aunt's help, bless her soul with her cataracts, still haven't found it.
Have we tried to contact Cass yet? She's usually our chief detective in these kind of situations.
No, I just thought to call you first, Jimmy, honestly.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, Big Jimmy is on the case.
Jimmy.
Don't worry.
Jimmy, shut up.
Don't worry, I got this. And Jimmy pops the collar on his polo again.
Give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
Don't worry. You have nothing to worry about. Jimmy's here now.
Madonna's gonna walk over
That
and,
is...
one side, but pop the other one up higher so it bothers him.
Stop! They're not even! They're not even! Oh. That's gonna be a... You said investigation? That's a 12 with disadvantage. Yeah, this is definitely a footprint, and it's definitely not yours.
I was gonna, run her fingers on the shelf and look at the floor and kind of step her boots, see if she notices it. Actually, no. I'm gonna roll this one. I should roll the other one. Got a 14.
You do get a be nice. You do get a bardic back on a short rest if you want to try to add your own bardic inspiration.
She can add it to herself.
Yep. Oh, and he touches a hand on her shoulder. He says, "You've got this," and he gives her guidance.
Okay, add a d4 on top.
So that'll be a d4. If you want to save your bardic, or you can use both. Up to you.
I mean,
It's only a d4. It's up to you.
Let's try it first. That's a 17 with the +3.
17. You look at this, and you look at it really close. It's big, kind of weird. If you didn't know any better, you'd almost say this is like, I don't know, the footprint of like a big furry animal.
I think that we're kind of at our straw here. Where's the phone at? I'm gonna ring up Cass. I think we need some more brain power on this one.
Hey, this is Micah. Thanks for listening to Let's Get Critical. If you're enjoying this show, tap the follow button or leave us a review. It really helps. Now, back to the static between worlds.
You're at Cassandra's house. You just pulled up.
Screeching tires, run up to the door, bang, 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 right on the front door.
And I think at this point, I'm already in the wind down, about to go to sleep mode. So hair's up in the ponytail. It's out of its normal floof and pageantry. I've got the big nerd glasses on to rest my eyes. Instead of the sweater and the jeans and the kitten heels, I've got house slippers and sleep lounge pants and a t-shirt. Probably some old I don't know if the skating rink probably had a whole bunch of other T-shirts and stuff there that Uncle Bernard's probably had from his youth or something.
Yeah, there's a Star Zone roller rink T-shirt in there, oversized. Yeah.
Hell yeah, she probably grabs that. That's one of the things she's been using to sleep in, and she'll hearing the big doom doom doom. She'll run downstairs, and Uncle Bernard is still passed out on the couch.
Yeah, he's still asleep on the couch.
Then she'll rush to the door and, without looking at the people, just rush through, clicking it open.
Sienna's house got broken into again. So we're trying to figure out who did it, where they go, what's going on, if there's anything magical. You've been really good at finding stuff so far, so I'm hoping that you can come help us and we can all figure it out together.
Okay, that's a lot of information. All right. Okay, so broken into again. Okay. Yes, I can help. Just let me, are we doing
Yeah, let's go. And then she grabs her by the wrist, starts dragging her, notices the slipper, grabs a random pair of shoes that's right by the door. It might not even be Cass's shoes. Starts leading her to the car.
I have things and I don't have the book on me.
Okay, go get the book.
And then I'll go in and I will lock the door behind me, and I'm going to take my time gathering my things for an overnight bag. So I'll grab normal stuff, things I'll need for like next day. I think I get a duffel bag and then maybe a second duffel bag full of the hair care products and other things I'll need if we're doing
So Madonna's gonna like open one of the side windows, climb through the window because she heard the lock and she's like, "No, we're in a hurry." She's gonna go in and just like casually start like grabbing things she thinks Cass might need and putting it in her bag. Like, how long does it take for Cass to notice that Madonna's like in there putting stuff in her bag?
I think maybe she's a little zoned in on what she's doing, so I think it maybe takes her a good couple minutes of hearing like a second pair of shuffling before she goes, "Fuck."
The strong stench of alcohol is lingering in the room as you do notice the local sheriff on the couch.
You know, Madonna hasn't seen this part of adulthood really in person because her parents are pretty, you know, high tip of the hat, like, you know, high class citizens. So, but she watches a lot of TV for, you know, the limited amount that they have access to. And she had read a lot of books. She doesn't do it now because she's too cool for that. But she realizes this is a thing. So she, you know, while Cass is distracted trying to hurry now because Madonna's in her house, you know, without permission, shoving stuff into her bag, she's gonna go to the kitchen, fill up a glass of water, put it next to him. She maybe grab the loaf of bread and puts it down next to the water.
There's just multiple glasses of water in front of this guy at this point, and bread. Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to do before you leave?
I want to leave a little note for him. I rip it out of like my normal journal, and I'll just put having sleepover at Sienna's house with Madonna and Jimmy Everfield. There's like a hesitancy to some of it where she goes, "Feel better soon," and I think at the end she just semi-panics for a moment and says, "Cordially, Cassandra."
Yeah, you cordially leave it on the table with multiple glasses of water at this point, the bread. Y'all leave. You pull up to Sienna's little tea shop, cottage, house, and she is frantically running around the house trying to find stuff. You see Aunt Celeste is also trying to frantically run around, but she's just running around in a circle. Music boxes, and Jimmy is I don't know, what is Jimmy doing?
Jimmy's over. No, Jimmy's over at the shelves, cleaning. He's taking everything, like all the teas off of the shelves, wiped down all the shelves, kind of reorganizing it. And you see, if we do it not only by name, but also by color, it'll make it more appealing, and it's more likely to boost your sales. Look, we very clearly drawn the end of our line here. We just need to wait for Cass. Oh, I think they're here now.
Madonna's gonna like storm in like she owns the place, and she's gonna look at Jimmy's like collection and wipe down shelves, and she's gonna like take whatever's in her pocket, a wad of paper, and she's gonna throw it, hit him in the head. "Jimmy, you're erasing all of the fingerprints off of that shelf.
Oh.
You absolute moron."
Oh. Oh, totally. Yeah. Shit.
So you moved me over to investigate the break-in, and then you started cleaning.
I'm fairly certain they didn't touch this. It looks like it hasn't been touched in years.
It's fine, Cass. I think your main source of investigating is upstairs in my room. There's this big, ugly footprint that none of us can figure out.
Okay, was anything else, like, do you know how they got in? Is there any broken windows? Is there anything else stolen or taken or messed with?
Oh, damn, that would have been good to check.
I've been hyper-fixated on this footprint, so that's all I got for you, Cass.
All right, I will go to where she directs me, and I will investigate the footprint. Is there anything I can glean for? Can I figure out what size it is? Can I figure out? Did you tell me?
So Madonna kind of kneels on the floor and puts a knee down. She's like, look. If you look, you can kind of see where fur would line the toes. It's more of like a mammalian foot. It doesn't look like he was wearing shoes. It has to be like, you know, it has to be like an animal foot.
Mammalian?
Like,
did you take my book?
Shut up, Jimmy.
I've been looking for that thing everywhere.
Shut up, Jimmy.
Okay, so hearing that, can I try and see if that if that gets any neurons firing in my brain? Do I recognize what would leave that kind of footprint? Thinking back to Sienna's aunt saying that she was visited earlier by a bunny man. Because I was there for hearing that earlier in the day with the first attack.
And now that Jimmy knows that it's a furry footprint, because I don't think it was shared previously by Madonna, does Jimmy know, just with his vast knowledge of like nature and animals, does he know of any animals that this footprint would match? And I'm happy to roll if needed.
How do we want to roll that? Yeah, do a nature check for me. If you want to try to continue to investigate the footprint itself, you can, or you can choose to try to investigate the surrounding area.
Ooh, that is a 17 plus 7, 24.
Coincidentally, not coincidentally at all, I think I'll, instead of investigating what he's just investigated, I think I will try and see if there's anything else amiss in the room that I can...
Wait, it's an animal footprint? And Jimmy drops his backpack, unzips it, takes out 4 different manuals, or 4 different books, spreads them all out. There's like mammals, amphibians, other furry creatures.
Look like a real footprint. It kind of looks more like a footprint left from a costume.
Snap! This was definitely not natural. This is definitely not a real animal. This is a mascot. Maybe this is our mascot. What's our mascot again? Remind me.
Your mascot is the Eldritch Knights.
Oh, yeah, definitely not our mascot.
No.
Maybe the animatronics. Maybe the animatronics.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation, Cassandra.
Oh, that's cocked. It was cocked between a 15 and a 12, too. Oh, no. Is that... No, that landed! Ooh!
18.
18 plus 7, 25.
25. Okay. A 25 investigation. None of the windows have been messed with. There are no breaking points anywhere in the entire house. And you get the sneaking suspicion that this may have happened this morning.
I can't find anything of where they broke in. Sienna, I don't think your place was broken in too. I think whoever your aunt met with earlier did this.
So Sienna is gonna intensely look at this big, odd foot that is in front of her on her floor. And can I roll like an insight check, trying to think back on any memories I may have been told, like tales I've been told by my aunt about this bunny man that has visited?
Oh yeah, she did say she was visited by a bunny man, huh?
So I don't know if she's been visited to this before. If you do want to make a history check.
Okay.
To see if there's anything relating to your parents that you can think of, or any reason on why this might be missing, you can do that.
After she's done investigating, I want to talk to her aunt. Is she still awake?
So history.
Yeah, she's been running around in a circle.
Can I do a Hail Mary history check to see if like an animal mascot rings a bell in this town for me?
At disadvantage, yes.
At disadvantage? Okay, sweet. Alright.
Is that a 9 or a 6? That's a 9. Okay, so let's say 11.
You know, you had a really good childhood, but you were kind of naive. Now that you think about it, you don't actually even really know what your parents did for a day job. You just know that they always made so much time for you. And in terms of Cassandra trying to figure out if there's a mascot, what was her role again?
A 7 and a 4, so the lowest one being a 4, plus 7 investigation, 11.
You have no idea. You're brand new to this town. Yeah, so nothing new seems to be coming from many of you beyond what you found so far.
Jimmy's gonna go up to Aunt Celeste, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, Miss Celeste, I was curious. Hey, yes, not a lion this time. Sienna was telling me that you were visited by some kind of bunny. Could you kind of, describe him a little bit more to me?"
Oh, yes. He was a bunny man.
Okay, like my height, bigger than me, smaller than me.
Much bigger than you.
Okay, like double my height, like massive, like fit through doorways hard.
maybe about a head taller, and quite a bit chubbier, if I'm being honest.
Oh, totally reasonable. I get it. Yeah, I'm trying to beef up, actually.
Actually, are you okay? You look like you could use a sandwich.
It depends. Are there going to be crow's feet in this?
Don't eat her sandwiches.
I don't want a sandwich. Back to the problem at hand. Celeste, come on. We need information. Where'd you see the bunny come from? Did you see how he entered?
He rang the doorbell. He's very civilized.
Did he? So what did he say to you exactly?
Hello?
And then?
And then we had a delightful cup of tea.
Where's his glass?
You see she just points at a big old stack of dishes in the sink.
Oh, jeez. We really got to talk about your organizational and cleaning skills. Did he actually drink out of the tea? Did he ever take the,
Oh, yes.
So he took his head off then? The mask?
What?
So the bunny, like the actual bunny head, consumed this tea.
Well, he just brought it up, and I heard it. Sounded like he was really enjoying it.
Are we there with him while he's...
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Shop.
I would like to use my last second level spell slot, my last spell slot of the night. I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts. You activate one of the effects below until the spell ends. You can activate either effect as a magic action on your later turn. So, let's see. I can either sense the presence of thoughts. No, I want to target one creature I can see within 30 feet. I learned what is most on the target's mind right now. And then as a magic action each turn, I can try and probe deeper in the target's mind. If I probe deeper, the target makes a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, I can discern their reasoning, emotions, and something that looms largely in their mind. On a successful save, the spell ends. So I'm not trying to dive deeper just yet. I would just like to cast it to read her thoughts. I want to see what she's saying as he's walking her through what the conversation was.
Yeah, what was the save again?
Let's see. It is a wisdom 15 save.
Fails. You reach out with your mind's eye.
I'm just thinking, I want to know. She's not describing it well. She's saying it as if it's obvious. I want to know what she's thinking. And that third eye opens back up.
And this memory comes swimming into your mind's eye, and it's got a lot of psychedelic colors all
Holy cow.
around. As you see, he opens up the door, and you can't really tell. This is just what she seems to be thinking on the surface, and this big bunny comes in with a big multicolored like bow tie color on the front, and he goes, and again that kind of warbly dream-like voice. Ah, Aunt Celeste, come away with me.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be the neighbor.
And yeah, it swims out of your mind as soon as it came. If you want to try to continue to dig deeper into that, you can.
Okay, so just to make sure I understand exactly, it looks like I am looking... In the real world, everything looks real.
Of the memory.
And then as I look into it, it turns into this weird cartoon-like thing where it's just a completely different...
Yes.
And there's no way to tell if it's a costume
Monty
or not.
Python-style cartoon
Yeah.
bunny pops into your minds.
Gosh. I will attempt to dive deeper to see if I can make it any more clear and less psychedelic.
You do focus, and you're able to go a little bit further into Aunt Celeste's mind as some of the colors start to shake off. That Monty Python look seems to go away, and it does appear to be some sort of bunny suit. It's not actually speaking though. It seems very quiet, as the glimpse of the memory you get, it is being very polite. It does seem to be appear to be pretending to slurp your Aunt Celeste's tea. But he seems to just be walking around the tea shop, taking it all in, as you hear rambling Aunt Celeste. And in 1969, there was a particular leaf I tried. I will never try it again, let me tell you. But when we hit the mid-70s, there was something that came into Eldritch Falls that changed my life forever, let me tell you. And then the memory kind of swims out again. You focus just a little bit more in there are moments you can tell that Aunt Celeste wasn't really keeping full attention. So you don't know where he was in the memory, but for the most part, her memory of him is just sitting, not saying anything. Very clearly a bunny costume, a pink bunny costume.
Okay. Suit costume. Okay.
And this bunny, after y'all enjoyed y'all's tea together, did he go upstairs? Did he go in Sienna's room? Did you see him go anywhere other than here?
She just gets kind of flushed and reaches for her face. No, nothing of that sort.
Can I insight check? Kind of see.
Sure.
Does she have the hots for this bunny? That's gonna be a 20, soft 20. Oh man. oh geez, and he kind of gets red in the face. Well, after y'all's talk, how did he leave? Did he go right back out the front door?
Oh yes, right out the front door. You kind of see that memory of him just walking right out.
And Jimmy's gonna quickly jog over to the front door, bust out the front door, look around. Do I see any animals of any kind? Any birds? Any spiders? Any animals? Any kind?
At the very end of Aunt Celeste, dirt driveway, in a trash bin, you see a small raccoon scurrying through the trash.
Oh, nice. I'm going to use my last use of speak with animals before the next long rest. I'm going to say, hey, buddy, how's it going, man?
This stuff's chewy. He kind of looks around hey, who said that?
It's me, man.
Oh, hey there, kid. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty swell. How's your day going so far?
Oh, man. Great trash, great day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, yeah, absolutely. James Michael Everfield.
Trash.
Oh, good to meet you, Trash. What a name. Hey, quick question. There was a man dressed as a bunny that came to see a friend of mine that lives here.
No kidding.
Yeah. Did you happen to see him earlier?
Man, let me tell you, there's some weird crap that happens around this house, okay? Listen, I try not to eat too much of the trash that comes out of this house. Someone needs to check on this lady, okay? I ate something last week.
No.
I don't remember last week at all.
Oh,
okay?
God.
It was the weirdest week of my life. You kids gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
He sees cramming stuff into his mouth. There are a lot of real people that live in this trailer park, let me tell you. But I will say, the guy over there, you see, he points over with his little paw over to the guy. The guy that was on the phone call he's just in a lawn chair, asleep, terrible sunburn, in a wife beater, big old burly belly, and he kind of comes to. Oh, well, hey kid.
Yeah, and Jimmy just kind of awkwardly turns back around to this raccoon.
That guy's got the best food. It probably needs to be checked on too, but let me tell you, 4 quarts of ice cream last week. Phenomenal stuff. Love that guy. You see, he kind of bumps his chest and points over to him.
Do I see the guy in the chair acknowledge the raccoon?
No.
Okay, cool.
All he does is he just kind of looks at you and scratches his head. As far as he can see, you just sees a raccoon and a little boy going back and forth with each other.
Yeah, Jimmy looks over at him like he's being the weird one, and then he goes back. He's like, "Well, look, let's cut to the chase. I'll hook you up with some food next time I stop by."
No kidding.
I definitely will, but that bunny, he was very noticeable, very obvious.
Bunny.
Where did he go?
Taller
than me, at least a head taller than me.
I don't know about a bunny, but you know what I check sometimes when I'm not around here? If you just go past the vent here, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, past the interstate. I get around, you know? You gotta get around. Trash the raccoon knows people, okay? Know a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
I know a bird.
Okay.
I know a rat.
Okay.
Let me tell you, kids, don't ever talk to that rat. He is dead set on world domination. Okay, don't ever talk to that rat.
Yeah. What's his name?
His name? His
Yes.
name's Ivan. He lives in that tree over there. Okay, don't go
Okay.
talk to Ivan unless you want to lose an eye.
Oh,
He's
what
a
about the
terrible,
bird?
terrible- You know, Jeff's pretty good. I like Jeff, you know. But anyway, let's think
So
of
sorry,
Patrick here.
Micah.
There's this area over there, you know. I think you maybe know of it. It was by the Twin Rivers over there, that little carnival area, you know. Times I think I've seen some like clown-like people, and I will say over there, over in the carnival area, he takes another big piece of trash, just sticks him out. I wasn't really surprised there was a guy in bunny costume that came from over there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, yeah, you make total sense. I'm gonna go to that carnival right now.
All right.
I appreciate it. Well, next time I
Hey.
come by, I'll tap on this trash can and let you know I'm back. I'll leave you something.
It's nice to know there's good people out there, isn't it?
Yeah, I got you, trash, and he daps him up.
He'll dab you back as you see Aunt Celeste goes, "Go away!" Oh shit, he's back, and he runs out of the
Oh,
trash
God, run!
and goes into the forest.
Madonna, was your brother just talking to that raccoon?
I don't want to comment on it, but she kind of leaned out the door to, check on her brother.
Jimmy's just holding one hand up as he walks back. Hey, does anybody have any hand sanitizer?
She just watched her brother go, Jimmy, there's no saving you from this. And she had pocket sanitizer for some reason. And she puts it in his hand and then, kicks his shoe and then, walks back in.
Hey, but good news. My new friend Trash, he's a raccoon that I was just hanging out with. He actually, he thinks that maybe it'd be good for us if we checked out the carnival, on the opposite side of the Vanth Pier. He said that there might be somebody dressed as a bunny there. I thought that might be a good lead.
That was a surprisingly helpful raccoon.
I know, right? Yeah, he was pretty legit, but I kind of did make a deal with him. We definitely got to bring some food back here at some point.
I guess we're going to the fair.
Let's hold up. Let's get some sleep and let's get back at it tomorrow. You think Celeste will have a problem?
No, my Aunt Celeste loves guests. Just make sure you guys don't eat anything without signing a waiver first, please.
And with that, are we taking a long rest?
Long rest.
That is going to be where we end this episode.